Yeah, I'm super excited to be at Stonehill. It's a school and an opportunity that was impossible to pass on. There's so many wonderful opportunities that lie ahead for us, and I'm looking forward to the growth of the program over the length of my stay here. I think I look at it as a piece of clay that we're kind of building. We're starting the build out at the Division I level, and there's incredible support by everyone in the administration. And I think there's a lot of good things down the road for our program, and hopefully build to be a strong and competitive Division I hockey team. Being out of coaching student athletes over the last 3 years, I realized how much I missed it, how much I missed the interaction with student athletes, the practices, the tactics, the game nights, walking into a rink, smelling popcorn. It's something that you don't get unless you're in the arena. And just that interaction, watching student athletes come in as freshmen and being a part of their growth as people and athletes over the course of 4 years, I really missed that opportunity. When I looked at Stonehill in particular, I saw something that's really unique in college hockey. Very few times do you have a chance to really build something up from the ground level, and I saw this as an opportunity to do that. When I started to meet people and have more in-depth conversations, I realized that there was a commitment by the school to really go all in on men's hockey. And then when I had the ability to come in on campus and meet with Father Denning and meet with Dean and the people in the upper administration, I realized that there was a great alignment and a feeling of purpose and vision that I shared, and felt that that's the most essential piece to have, is that alignment. And as I go through this process of building out the program, you're going to need people to support you in that. And I feel at Stonehill we have that. With some exciting things coming down the pike, I think it could be a program that could have special meaning at Stonehill and be something that we can really be proud of. So I see Stonehill as an environment and a school that I'm very comfortable with. In my experience as a college hockey coach, I've worked at small institutions a lot of times. I worked at Lake Superior State, I worked at Providence, I worked at Holy Cross. And in those experiences, you get comfortable with how the processes go on campus. You know people by name. You have an issue, you can pick up the phone and get an answer right away. And it's an environment that I feel really comfortable in, and I actually prefer it. So when I looked at this opportunity, the opportunity to build something special at Stonehill, what also attracted me was the size of the school and my comfort level in that. The biggest thing that I value is people, and coming in on my interview, talking on the phone with a lot of people at Stonehill. People talk about resources and people talk about money being put at the program. I see people as resources, and I feel really comfortable from the start. As we start to build out this program, the one thing that we have a leg up on a lot of people is the people that are actually here, the people that are going to be supporting the program, the alignment we have, and that's what makes me really excited about what we can accomplish here. So we're going to be a team that plays fast, and we're going to try to play aggressive in all situations. A big part of taking over a program is establishing your style of play and establishing how you're going to attack things on the ice. And I want our players to have fun playing at Stonehill. I want our players to feel like they're in control, that they're dictating tempo, that they're dictating how the game's going to be played. Obviously, we want to be a really strong defensive team. We want to be really good on special teams, but I think our 5-on-5 play will be aggressive, and we're going to try to, go after teams. We're going to try to dictate how the pace of the game is being played and try to make people uncomfortable. And I think with that, as we build out, that will be an essential piece to us being more competitive, at least initially, is by trying to be aggressive instead of sitting back and having teams dictate to us. We're going to try to dictate to them how the game's played, and we're going to try to be as aggressive as we can in every situation, offensively and defensively. I think the biggest thing we want is we want competitive kids that have a strong work ethic. I think that's really important. I think any coach in the country wants to have competitive kids that work hard. If we're going to play aggressive, we have to have guys that can skate. Size is always a plus, but I'd rather have someone that can skate and compete and think the game versus necessarily a guy that's 6'4" or 5'10". But we're going to try to get the best group of players that we can that fit into our system, fit into our style, work hard, competitive, and kind of as an intangible, take great pride in being at Stonehill and being a part of our program. We obviously have a lot of work to do to get to a point where we're competing night in and night out, but I think having pride in what we're doing and having pride in wearing the jersey is something that we're going to establish from day one, and we'll attract people here that want to be a part of that process. So staff, I think the biggest thing with the staff is they're an extension of me. So having people around me that I feel comfortable with, that I know are going to carry the message forth. As a staff, we're all together. So if I'm not here, it's important to have people that are saying the same things and doing the same things that I'd be doing. So I'd like to get some experience, some guys that have coached in Division I hockey, or guys that have coached in college hockey, guys that have been around successful programs. They understand what success looks like. I think our players are going to be looking to feed off that type of experience. Certainly, I have 29 years of coaching experience, but I'm going to want to try to bring in people that have maybe not an equal amount of coaching experience, but have experience around successful programs. And I think if we can teach our players what it takes to win, the expectations and standards of winning and acting as a championship level team will help us get to that goal a lot quicker. So that's the biggest thing I'm looking for in assistant coaches. So I'm excited to meet with the team today. It's going to give me a great opportunity to share my excitement for being their head coach. I'm also going to share with them that they're my players and this is my program. Like, we're all in this together. We're gonna win together. We're gonna lose together. But I think right from today, we're gonna set some standards and expectations for the program. Things are going to be different. It's not that it's not to say that anything was good or bad before, but things are just going to be different. There's different people that are involved in the program, and we're going to set the tone right off the bat today that we're moving in a different direction. There's going to be different expectations, different standards, and we're going to work together to achieve those things. And like I said before, I think the biggest thing is establishing the pride that we need to have in the program to eventually get to where we want to go. We have to all have pride wearing that jersey, have pride showing up every single day as a Stonehill Skyhawk, and we're gonna set that tone right off the bat. The other thing is that it's a new day in Stonehill hockey, and I'm excited for what the future holds. I think the administration and the school has made a great commitment to me and a great commitment to push the program forward. And I want to make sure that the guys understand that and are grateful for the opportunity they have here, because I think great days are ahead, and hopefully we do it together. So we're going to need all the help that we can get. And I know this is a new chapter in Stonehill hockey history, but I also appreciate and understand the tradition that we have for Stonehill hockey and when we were in Division II. And there's a lot of proud alums, and there's a lot of proud donors and people that have been involved with the program. And I'm asking for your support as we move forward into this new era. We're going to need it as we start to build out the program from a Division I perspective. It's going to be really important to have fundraised dollars and to have that support to help us get to where we want to go. But more importantly is just have people really engaged in the program, and that could be coming to games, that could be being involved in alumni groups, It could be donating money, whatever it is. We need everyone's support. We're not going to be able to do it alone. And the adage that it takes a village is never more true in today's NCAA landscape. We're going into a situation in Division I hockey where you have NIL, you have transfer portals, you have all these new things that are happening that impact every program in Division I. The one thing we want to do is we want to have a program that people can be proud of. We want to have a program that brings great source of pride to the institution, to our alumni, to our donor base, and then have that feed to our players. Because if our players feel like they're part of something special and they're part of building it, then that will give them more onus to stay here for 4 years and really make something happen. So the alumni, the donors, the people that have played here, people that have won the jersey, you're every bit as important as I am, our staff is, or even the players that are currently here. So I ask for your support and ask you to get on board because I think we're going into some great places.